To upgrade old Tessie with the DG-2 turret, you'll first need to create a mixture on the other side of this viable door in Zarya Cosmodrome by using Yuri's lab. In order to know how to create this mixture, you'll need to collect the Powder of the Forgotten, which requires having obtained the Necrofluid Gauntlet. The Powder of the Forgotten is collected by getting the Wisp Tea perk, which you can buy at Zarya Cosmodrome or get for free at Vandorn Farm via a side Easter egg, and activating the Wisp in front of this mysterious mirror in the tailor shop in Ashwood. When this is done, the Wisp will fly into the mirror, revealing an image. Shoot the mirror with the Necrofluid Gauntlet, and the Powder of the Forgotten will appear shortly after on the ground. Collecting it will cause it to appear in a plate in Yuri's lab. Interacting with the Powder of the Forgotten in the plate will cause a Pigpen cipher to appear above the lab. This cipher consists of 3 words, one on top of the other, randomly selected from a pool of 5 words that each correlate with an item that you may need to collect or have already collected. You'll need to collect the 3 items displayed by the cipher, which I will describe momentarily, as these 3 items are necessary to create the mixture. These items can be collected even before collecting the Powder of the Forgotten and obtaining the Necrofluid Gauntlet. Furthermore, there's no limit to how many of the items you can collect, nor is there a punishment or negative for collecting all the items, just like how I have in my game. Like with the Powder of the Forgotten, collecting these items also causes them to appear on a plate in Yuri's lab. The 5 items are as follows. This word translates to Oculi, and its corresponding item is the Ravager eyes. They are simply obtained by killing a Ravager with a saw trap. This word translates to Fungi, and its corresponding item is a mushroom called the Widow's Lantern. It is obtained by first grabbing a jar found in the kitchen of the cabin at Blackwater Lake. With the jar collected, go to Vandorn Farm and interact with this rotting cow. Now flip the round a total of 3 times and the Widow's Lantern will appear on top of the cow and can be picked up. This word translates to Talus, and its corresponding item is the human bones. Go to Vandorn Farm and throw a tomahawk at the feet of this particular corpse, causing its foot to fall to the ground. Note that a free tomahawk can be found in the kitchen of Reba's Diner. Now throw a Molotov at its feet to burn it, leaving behind human bones that can be picked up. Note that a free Molotov can be found sitting atop a barrel in Ashwood to the left of the garage entrance. This word translates to Conch, and its corresponding item is the Hoard Husk chunks. It is obtained by using the Abomination Carcass beam attack to destroy one of these smoking purple masses called Hoard Husks that you'll find scattered throughout the drivable paths in between the main areas. When you destroy a Hoard Husk for the first time, it will drop loot as well as the Hoard Husk chunks. This word translates to limbs, and its corresponding item is the Mysterious Limb. It is obtained by killing Xursa using the Abomination Carcass upgrade of Old Tessie. Note that a Xursa always spawns at the beginning of round 16 and will continue to spawn every few rounds after that. When at least the 3 items described in the code are collected, you'll need to interact with them in their plates in the order that they appear in the cipher, the word on the top being first, the word in the middle being second, and the word on the bottom being the third. If incorrect, the lab will power down and you'll have to flip the round to try again. If correct, you'll be prompted to add blood to the mixture. Do this and lockdown will begin, during which the room will fill with smoke and you'll be unable to regenerate health unless by using the health regeneration capabilities of the Necrofluid Gauntlet. If you fail the lockdown, you'll have to flip the round to try again. If you complete the lockdown successfully, 2 things will occur. 1. A floating clock will appear above Ashwood, a necessary component of the main quest Easter egg. And 2. An Octahedron containing 3 locks will appear in the Rabbit Alley of Ashwood. This Octahedron must be opened using 3 keys, one of which will now appear after having completed the aforementioned lockdown. Each key has a different color and can spawn in one of 3 different random locations. Only one single key will be present on the map at any given time, and the order in which they appear is random. One key is the Terrapin key. It glows green, is fairly obvious to spot, and spawns in one of 3 random locations at the grounded ship between Vandorn Farm and Ashwood. One location is in this blue shipping container above the buried bow, one location is in this zombie spawn window, and one location is deep inside the stern section of the ship within this clutter. Shoot the key with the Necrofluid Gauntlet and reload to pull the key toward you, then pick it up off the ground. Picking up the Terrapin key causes the player's speed to slow significantly, so ensure that Old Tessie is nearby. While holding the key, go to the Octahedron and interact with one of the locks to unlock it. One key is the Nightbird key. It glows red and spawns in one of 3 random locations within the Order Graveyard between Ashwood and Exit 115. One location is behind this large dinosaur skull on the ground. One location replaces the tooth of this dinosaur skull leaning over the edge of the cliff. And one location is just before Exit 115 behind this Project Janus blockade. Shoot the key with the Necrofluid Gauntlet and reload to pull the key toward you, then pick it up off the ground. Picking up the Nightbird key causes the player to lose a large portion of their health, which will not regenerate. While holding the key, go to the Octahedron and interact with one of the locks to unlock it. And one key is the Bruin key. It glows yellow and spawns in one of 3 random locations within the crashed rocket site between Ashwood and Zarya Cosmodrome. One location is here on this cliff, right where the dot on my screen would be. One location is sitting on the right side of this toppled electricity pylon. And one location is just before Zarya Cosmodrome on the ledge of this building overlooking the crash site. Shoot the key with the Necrofluid Gauntlet and reload to pull the key toward you, then pick it up off the ground. Picking up the Bruin key causes the player to only be able to use their melee weapon. While holding the key, go to the Octahedron and interact with one of the locks to unlock it. When all 3 locks are unlocked, a cutscene will play and you'll be rewarded with the DG-2 turret barrel. Pick it up, then hold interact on the table in the garage to install the turret on old Tessie. With the turret installed, the turret will automatically shoot zombies while driving old Tessie. You can also use the turret yourself by switching seats until you reach it. If you found this guide informative, consider liking it, no pressure. Thanks for watching.